front? Why is no one over here in the front? Don't leave me alone, please. Guys, come on, let's get in the front. But unless you have a computer, then you can stay in the back. And Arturo and you guys are dismissed. You guys are fine. Okay, perfecto. Come on, guys, let's go. We have a smaller crowd today. We have a smaller group. Come on, let's be good guests. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. No, no, no. Estas no se acostumbren. Esto no se va a quedar por siempre. Afortunadamente tenemos un evento hoy de la ciudad. Están más que invitados a quedarse después de 1 Million Cups. There's going to be an event from the city later on today to have some announcements. If you are a City of Brownsville resident, you definitely want to stick in to kind of just check it out what's going on in the city. I think there's going to be 2 different sessions, so just stick around, listen to what they have to say. It will be a great opportunity for you guys. Can you guys hear me fine? Do I need to up the microphone? I think I'm good, right? A little bit. Omar, ¿puedes subirle el micrófono tantito, por favor? Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys decided to sit on the black chairs. I appreciate it. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
That was not good enough. And I'm going to have to edit this on YouTube. Me están dejando vergüenza. Again, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I appreciate. There you go. You see, I was like, did you guys get a cafecito? What's going on in this one? Okay, guys. Again, welcome to 1 Million Cups. I do want to start off with saying thank you so much for our coffee partner for today, Mr. Eric Arriaga over here. Thank you so much. It was really good coffee, actually. Good job. Anyway, so if it's your first time, how many here is it your first time here? Holson is like mine. Julio, never. So I'll explain to Holson. Holson is actually our first presenter for today. 1 Million Cups is a very simple concept, and I think you all have been here, and I think that's why you all keep coming back. I hope so. So 1 Million Cups is about bringing 2 entrepreneurs every single Wednesday to talk about their journey, their business, what's going on with their venture, and then us as a community, as this amazing group we have going on, to say, hey, how can we help? What can we do? Or just simple questions, some advices, and then just to help each other out grow. At the end of the day, this cannot be done with just one person. It has to be with Andy. What, Julio? Is it your first time, Arturo?
No.
Sort of. Okay, well, welcome, Arturo. I appreciate you being here today. By the way, Arturo is part of the SBDC team. I will explain you guys later what it is. You definitely want to get to know Arturo at some point. Anyway, guys, so again, I explained a little bit of what 1 Million Cups is, and although this is a beautiful conversation, and I love to hear our speakers talking every single Wednesday, the beauty of 1 Million Cups actually happens after. What happens after? You get to make friends. So we make sure the coffee, we make sure you have a space so you can meet other people, and then it's your opportunity to get to know the next person. Why? Because you never know when there's going to be a customer, when there's going to be a partner, where there's going to be an investor in the crowd. You never know when that support is going to come from. And this is the special place that you can find it in just one spot. So we are actually part of the Southwest region. So this is not just a program we just made up or that we just took out of our back pockets. Actually, it's a nationally recognized program. So there are other centers throughout the country doing the exact same thing. Entonces, no somos los únicos, no nos lo inventamos, we're actually legit. And we're actually one of the newest centers that we have here in the Southwest. There's a couple more that have opened in the recent years, but we are the best one. And why? Because we have this amazing community that we have going on. Little by little, we've been building a really cool group. We have so far done 4,365 cups. Last week, we had 95 attendees. I know it might feel like this is not 95 attendees, but it's important that we keep coming to these events. Why? Because you never know when we're going to meet some opportunities on that one. So sometimes our group is small, sometimes our group is big, but the importance is that we keep helping each other out. I won't take too much time. I will let my presenter just present what he needs to do. And then just a reminder, guys, please keep your phones on silence. Please be mindful of these people's times. They are actually taking time from their venture to come here and present it to you guys. So just be respectful. At the end of the presentation, there will be a chance to do a Q&A. If you have any questions, they might have had like an amazing presentation and they don't have a question about it, you can just say an advice. You can also say just something good about it. Sometimes a little pat in the back actually helps continue going. So just be mindful, guys. So without further ado, Mr. Wholesome, would you like to present Twisted Pages to us? So let's give it up for him. And then you just click on the side. All right, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Holson Moore. I'm here representing Twisted Pages. On behalf of my wife, who couldn't be here tonight or today, Virginia Moore. So, what we are, Twisted Pages is the brainchild of my wife. So we're just kind of like an independent bookstore. So right now we're currently specializing in blind date with a book. And there's a reason why I have currently bold, and I'll get to that a little later. So the things we offer, like blind date with a book, that's kind of where we got into this. What it is, it's basically a mystery book. You don't know what you're getting. We put some, like the genre and some clues on a little tag. So you're basically picking the book based on kind of what interests you from the clues that we put on there. So it's a risk that you're taking, especially if you're a book reader. You might end up with a book that you've already read or that you already have. So it's a fun way to kind of pick a book, especially it'll introduce you to new authors, new genres, new types of books. So it's kind of cool little concept. The reason why we went with this, because it's a growing concept in the book world. It's gaining in popularity, especially with TikTok. It's all over TikTok. So that's our main focus. We do other things. We do coloring books. We also do children's books. And we're trying out a new product right now, which is Blind Date with a puzzle. So a lot of people like puzzles. So we're experimenting with that. So the other things that we offer, we do book lights, bookmarks, Kindle accessories, so anything kind of like having to do with books and being in like a bookstore. We do have some products that didn't work out for us that we tried. These are book bouquets, which is a cool concept. I think it's kind of a cool little twist on buying the book, but they just didn't work out. It didn't take off. For whatever reason, we did a couple of different concepts. We did this kind of book bouquet, which is actually a bouquet, and then we tried a book in a box with like flowers and stuff. For whatever reason, we couldn't get it to work, so we had to scrap that idea. And believe it or not, once we took the flowers away, wrapped the books, they sold as a blind date with a book. So that's just kind of a couple of things that we experimented with and didn't work. So the reason why we got started was we would go to markets here in Brownsville and other places around, and we never really saw book options. There wasn't a lot of options for books. I know there was some here and there, but it just wasn't really a lot going on. And so my wife's an avid book reader, and so she would go to these markets and try to find a book. And she couldn't really find anything, so she decided, with the growing popularity of the blind date with the book, she decided, you know what, let's give it a try. And so when we decided to finally take that chance and go for it, we didn't have products, I would say. So we were talking about ways to get books, and we were having a conversation, and I look at her bookshelf. This is her personal bookshelf that we have in our room. I look at her bookshelf and I said, what do you mean we don't have books? We have a whole bunch of books. She was reluctant to use her personal books, but after a little bit of convincing, she took some books off her shelf that she wasn't really reading anymore, or didn't really want them anymore or whatever. So we started with her personal collection. And as we did our first event, second event, we would get donations from friends and family. They would give us their books that they were just collecting dust on the shelf. Because we really didn't know where to buy books from yet, so we were just kind of like going through different options. So that was how we got started with selling books as her personal bookshelf. And believe it or not, it's back to looking full. And she still buys books. So where to find us? We do most of our stuff is on pop-up markets. So we do Lunada. I'm sure most of y'all know what the Lunada is. First Friday, we go to First Friday a lot. And those are the ones here in Brownsville. We've done Battle of the Bands. A lot of the stuff that the Parks and Rec puts on, we try to go to. We also do the independent markets. I guess you want to say for-profit markets. So we do the Los Fresnos Farmers Market in Los Fresnos, Thrive and SCX markets, which are mostly up the valley, but they do come down here every once in a while and have markets down here. So right now we're doing pop-up markets, and that's kind of where we do most of our business. So on social media, obviously you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. So when we're doing these markets, we post on both of these sites where we're going to be, what time we're going to be, what market we're at. And so if you have any questions or if you want to find out where we're going to be at, we'll put it on there. She puts a calendar up. My wife, she's real good about letting people know where we're going to be, what time we're going to be at that location. And we also have a Shopify. So we have Blind Date with a Book online. So you can go on there, pick your genre, pick your price range, and then we'll ship you a book. We've had a few orders on Shopify. We don't get a lot of traction on there, but we do send orders, mostly locally, because that's kind of where we get most of our customers from. Okay, so the next chapter. So like I said in the beginning, we started off doing Blind Date with a Book, but right now we actually signed a lease to open up a brick and mortar, little small independent bookshop. So this is a dream of my wife. She's always wanted a bookstore, and we finally took that chance to make it happen. So we're going to be opening up pretty soon. We're in the process of painting the building, doing a little bit of renovation. So maybe within another month or so, we'll be opening up, and that's our going to be address right there. We're going to be in Los Fresnos, right on Highway 100. So it's good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and so this is a little. I don't know if it'll play, but.
Oh, I don't think so.
No? Okay, so we're gonna have green walls. I mean, it's a video of the whole thing, but yeah, that's her dream coming true. That's the next chapter for Twisted Pages, and we're looking forward to it. We're really excited. Yeah, and that's all I got for you guys.
Yay. Okay, now it's time for the questions. Do we have any questions for Folsom?
Do you read all the books? Like, how do you determine, hey, this is a good book to have a blind date with?
So a lot of the books we don't read. We don't have the time to read them all, but we do look up the reviews. There's a website called Goodreads, and it kind of like rates a book from 1 to 5. So we don't from anything from like I want to say 3.5 and above. It's a good book, considered a good book, and these are from real avid readers and critics and everything for that book. So we try to get anything 3.5 and above. And like I said, we do all genres, so we really don't stick to like a specific genre. But yeah, we don't read all the books, but yeah, we try to get the books, especially if they're popular books, new books. We try to kind of focus on those.
How do you feel about Barnes & Noble opening up?
I think it's good in a sense because it's exciting the community a little bit more because I know Booho's here and they're real good. They're one of our inspirations to actually make the jump to open up our own bookstore. So with Barnes & Noble opening up, I think it's gonna just attract more people to books and more people to read, and I think that'll kind of, and once they get into it, they'll start looking for the independent bookstores, which I think a lot of readers try to go the independent route more so than the big chain stores. Yeah. Morning.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
On your experience on book reading, and what we don't, I don't expect the statistics, okay, or that you have the right numbers, but on the hardcover books versus the audio books, what's the public or population versus the percentages?
First audiobooks. I mean, I really don't know what the percentage would be, but from our experiences, a lot of people would rather read a book than hear it. We do get some people who be like, "Oh, I don't have time to read. I just put it on my car and I listen to it." But I feel like there's a lot more people wanting the actual book in their hand, reading the actual pages, because they can retain it a little bit better that way. So from our experience, we get a lot more people wanting an actual physical book than audiobooks.
Yeah, because people is always in the go now.
Yeah.
Especially professors at the universities. I'm privileged to talk to some of them. And when we talk about books, they always refer to the audiobook because it's easier by traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the hardcovers.
Yeah, like I said, in our experience, we've had more people want an actual book than audiobook. But like I said, if you're a really, really busy person, you're always on the go, I mean, audiobook's a great choice, for sure. But, I mean, you can, like I said, you can might be able to retain the information a little bit more when you're actually reading it. But either way you go, I mean, it's a win-win, physical book or audiobook. Yes, sir.
I hate to be a devil's advocate. Is there money in books?
You know, we thought the same thing.
I'm just.
But we've been doing pretty good here just with the pop-up markets.
Sounds good already.
Yeah. So we've been doing great with the pop-up markets. And I was skeptical at first, but I was surprised with how good we do, because in all honesty, I don't read. It's all my wife. She's the reader. So I was like, books? Like, who wants to buy books? But I was surprised our first market, we did great. And so I was like, oh, wow, this is, we've got something here. So yeah, I mean, and believe it or not, I feel like the younger generation is trying to get away from technology a little bit more and trying to go more old school vintage stuff. So yeah, I feel like we're making a little trend change here. So hopefully it can continue and we can continue to grow. Yes.
Just to add to that, I spend a lot of my money on books. So yeah, there's definitely money in books. But congratulations,
Thank you.
first and foremost, from an avid reader. It's always exciting to see creative ideas. And I just want to highlight, you mentioning something that you tried and didn't work. That's wonderful, because that's how you learn, right, about your market and having the opportunity to put out new items that may not work. I would have bought it. I did not buy it.
It's all good. It's all good.
Let me know. But my question is, Twisted Pages. Tell us a little bit more about the name, how y'all came up with it, and if you consider a Twisted Pages book club, that would be super cool too.
Yeah, that's actually something that we've talked about. But the name actually is not that great of a story. When we decided to actually make the jump and start selling books, my wife, we have a group chat with my wife and my two kids, and she just asked them, what do y'all think for book names? And I think she had like a list of a few ideas that she came up with, and just between our two kids, they decided Twisted Pages. So it was all in like a matter of like 10 minutes within like a text chat. So nothing too exciting, but yeah, I think it was our kids who actually came up with the name. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. I have one from Julio here.
Okay.
So I want to learn more about you. Who was Mr. Moore before launching this business? How you ended up like the entrepreneurial journey to become Twisted Pages?
So my entrepreneurial journey personally, it started in 2007. I want to say I was like 22 or 23 years old. I was still in college. I was still here at UTB before it was UTRGV. And I had an opportunity to deliver medication for a pharmaceutical company and be my own boss. So I was in the business program here at UTB, and when I had started making really good money. So me being a smart 22-year-old, quit school, started my entrepreneurial journey. A couple years later, the company that I was running or delivering the medications for folded. So I was out. They got rid of everything. Opened up a restaurant. Whatever money I made with that, I got a loan, opened up a restaurant. And it was a successful restaurant, but again, I was 24, 25 years old. I was so smart, right? I decided I wanted to go bigger. Went to the island, tried to open up a big old restaurant over there. Didn't work. And after that, I was just like, I'm done with the restaurant field. I ran my dad's diesel mechanic shop for about 10 years, and then that's basically the end of my entrepreneurship. I got into the private workforce, and I've been there ever since until we started doing this. So we're back on it, but yeah. So that's where I've owned restaurants, delivery service, and a mechanic shop. Yeah, thank you.
So then, two more questions, and then we'll move on.
You can call them whatever you like. Yeah, failures is fine. Yeah, great question. So my number one thing is just don't let it fail like the other ones. But I feel like the business failures that I had, I tried to take on more than I can handle. I wasn't ready for it. I tried to go too big, too fast, and we just didn't have the capital for it. So with that, we're going to be doing loyalty programs. We're going to be with the community, since we're in Los Fresnos, that's where we live. We're going to try to get to with the schools to offer some kind of book reading programs for the kids. And we kind of want to try to bring back, I don't know if y'all remember Book It, when you would read a book, write a report, and get a personal pan pizza for Pizza Hut. Yeah. We're going to try to do something like that for the kids to bring them back to reading and keep just keep the reading vibes or whatever going. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. Yeah. Yeah, right. So we are going to ramp up our social media output for sure once we get everything situated. And as far as the events, we do have events that we're talking about that we're going to try to be doing. We're going to try to be doing local author talks, bringing in local authors to speak about their books, have book signings by those local authors. And there's certain events that you could do, like with a blind date with a book. There's events that we can do with just kind of showcasing that. So there's events that we're kind of talking about. We don't have anything set in stone. We don't have like actual structure yet on how we're gonna go about doing all this stuff. But yeah, we do have a lot of plans, and we're not just gonna be like, okay, we're a bookstore, come find us. That's why we're here right now, trying to get our name out there, to trying to drum up little business. So, yeah, we're gonna do whatever we can to legally to get it going.
I have a question and a comment.
Okay.
A question, books in martial arts, do you get a demand for that? It's a very small percentage of, people look for martial arts in the valley?
Martial arts. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody's specifically asked for a martial arts book. So I don't.
If I get my card, just come to me.
Well, I remember because, when Brooklyn was coming up, there was a big hit in books,
Right.
okay? And after that,
It just went down. Yeah. So like I said, in our experience, I don't think I've ever had anybody ask for a martial arts book specifically. So I really can't say whether that's a marketable or not. Sorry. Okay. I got you.
and the comment, I love the hard books, I like to highlight and make notes on the pages. It's something that we cannot do on an audiobook.
Right, and we do have annotation little cards. So if you don't want to mark your book, there's like little tiny Post-its. You can make a little post on there or write whatever you're interested in, and you can just kind of stick it to the book so you don't have to mark up your book too. So we do offer those annotation tabs. Yep.
So, okay, one last, go for it.
So right now, sorry,
Yep.
everyone starts from the bottom because of the top, right? But who is your target audience right now? Is it the kids or the adults?
So it's going to be adults for sure, but we do want to. When I say the kids, we do want to get the kids to reading because we kind of feel like kids are being strayed more technology-wise. So we're trying to get them back to reading. And like I said, there's a trend. It's trending in that direction. So we're going to try to build on that. But for sure, our target market is adult book readers, or just adults in general who are interested in reading the book. I mean, we really don't. I mean, I'm not going to really turn away anybody. I mean, money's green, green is green. So if you got it, we'll take it.
Now, I can see the platform, you make this into a recurring R&R, which means, having them buy a membership and every 30 days they get a brand new book.
Yeah, so that's something we've talked about, and we're gonna probably, I think we're gonna get set up or get the store set up and running first, because I mean that's gonna take up a lot of time before we get started. But once we get that going, that is something. It's gonna be like a monthly, a monthly book club or monthly membership where you're gonna get a book, you're gonna get some merchandise, you're gonna get stickers, maybe a T-shirt, a book bag. Or it's not just going to be the book. It's going to be like a little gift bundle, and that's like going to be a recurring monthly thing. So yeah, that's something that we've definitely talked about, and we're probably going to implement.
And last one. You heard of book fair, right, in schools?
Mm-hmm.
That's money there.
Yep.
You can apply yourself to the school districts and sell your books to the school and get a profit percentage.
Yeah, that's another thing we've talked about. The only barrier with that is having to I think you have to become like a vendor for the schools. So I mean that's the only thing we have to look into for the specific school districts to see what they require to be a vendor. But yeah, it's definitely, and we want to do. We've talked about doing fundraisers too. Some kind of fundraisers, either with Blind Date with a book or just actual regular books. So there's a few avenues that we're kind of looking around to see which one we're going to try to. Hmm?
Have you ever heard of the 80-20 rule?
80-20 rule for business? Yeah.
So you give 80% to the school district and you keep 20%, and then you get R&R, and your scale of profit becomes 10x. So that's another way that we've done tributes to the school districts. They always get 80%.
Mhm.
That's what it is. But at the end of the day, you're still making money at the long.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great advice. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We have one more question, right?
Yeah, I know you said Blind Date with a book and all that, like how you have like the genres in the front and all that. Like, how do you like decide on your genres? Because I know there's like tons of different books.
So we go with the major genres. Even if it's kind of like, you don't know if it's like a psychological thriller or whatever, murder mystery, we'll either put both on there, psychological thriller, murder mystery, but usually they're pretty cut and dry. It'll tell you, when we look up the information on that book, it'll basically tell you it's a suspense thriller, or it's a romance, a dark romance, or whatever. Children's book, it'll give you the genre of the children's book. If it's a graphic novel, so it'll tell you what the genre actually is. So we're not guessing on that. Like we're actually getting that information. Yeah.
So I get the last two questions first. How many copies of Twilight do you have, and how can I purchase them?
I'm gonna answer it because believe it or not, we have a few copies of Twilight.
Yes, it's making a comeback. I was stuck with them.
Yeah.
No, I do want to say first and foremost, thank you so much for being here today. I know sometimes putting yourself out there, it's not the easiest way, and I hope this brings some good to your business, which is amazing. I met Paulson during La Lunada, and I talked to him a little bit about his business, and I was very intrigued by it. So I was like, it's a concept that you don't see every day, and that we definitely are with the reborn of books and reading, and which is great. It's something that I wanted to expose you guys to. But with that being said, Paulson, is there anything that this group or just in general the community can do to help you out?
I think just keeping, and not specifically just for us. I mean, we would obviously accept that help, but just the book world in general, the independent book spots like Buho, and there's a brand new one. I think I can't remember the name. There's one that's just opened up in San Benito, Twist and Pedals or something like that. I can't remember the name of that. But yeah, just keeping the bookstores alive. Yeah, like for us specifically, I mean, obviously, if you want to visit our store, you can visit our websites, visit us at the markets. We definitely appreciate that. But yeah, just visit your local independent bookstore before you go to Barnes & Noble. I know Barnes & Noble's great, but I mean, but we're greater.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Holt.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm coming down.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's give it up again for our presenter, please. So I'm gonna let you all loose early today, I promise. I'm gonna give you an easy Wednesday, but it's not an easy one because actually you get to talk to each other, so it's good. I was gonna do a refill the cup, kind of have an exercise, but I'd rather you guys kind of do it on your little groups. So I would kind of send a suggestion, and you guys are more than happy to do so or not. So I know that usually you'll find the little tables. You'll find this table over here, a couple more groups in the back and stuff. If you're a new person, I would dare you to kind of go talk through the tables. I would dare you guys to kind of mix each other up. Don't stick to your friends. Come on, we can all just be friends here. But anyway, I do have a couple announcements. So first and foremost, I do want to say again, thank you for our coffee sponsor. So let's give it up for him. Coffee was great. And then something that is happening very soon, RGB Startup Week. And what better person to tell you about it than Mr. Nelson Amaro. So.
Okay, so you already heard me talk about this 2 weeks ago, right? But for the new people that are here, let's talk about how this is funded. So you know, and if you have heard me talk about this before, you know the answer to this question. But how much do you pay in sales tax whenever you purchase something locally? Any takers? 8.25. That's how much you pay in taxes when you purchase something locally. Okay, how much of that is City of Brownsville tax? Of the 8? 2.2? Yeah, that's the right answer. So out of that money that's collected locally, BCIC, the organization that I work for, collects 1/4 of a cent. So 1/4 of a cent. A cent got split in 4, and then it goes to a pot, and that pot grows to 8 million a year. So just by little penny pieces, we collect $8 to $9 million a year. With that money, things like eBridge happen. Things like RGB Startup Week happen. Things like the program you maybe went through, like Blueprint Business Program, now eRich Academy happened, Startup Texas. A bunch of things happen because of you purchasing locally. So it's very, very important that you, before considering going elsewhere, even to Los Fresnos, for Los Fresnos has its own mechanism of funding things, right? So if you're from Los Fresnos, try to consume locally. If you're from Brownsville, try to consume in Brownsville. Because that way this spot grows and we can do more things in the community. One of the things that we do, it's RGB Startup Week. RGB Startup Week is the culmination of everything that we do, all the spirit that we have in the Valley as entrepreneurs, and it comes together in this week of events. We kick off with our boot camp, so it's 3 days of intense preparation for entrepreneurs. We then go to a bike ride. If you want to kick off the week with the right food or something that's wellness related, you can join us for a bike ride. And then we go from there with panels, workshops, talks, motivational talks, sessions in which you can network, free food, free coffee, things that you can do with your community. So this is a free event that we provide for you that actually you funded somehow if you consume locally. It's happening throughout the Valley from April 24 to May 1st. Most of the activities will be headquartered here in Brownsville, so please register. Again, it's free. And you will find a lot of inspiration, a lot of people that are like-minded, a lot of people that will help you with your business, either on growing, either on maybe polishing that idea that you may have. And if you're not an entrepreneur and you say like, maybe it's not something I will consider, this is a great place to be as well. So this is a place to decide if you want to keep going. This is a place to decide if you want to be an entrepreneur of your own company where you work at, an intrapreneur. So this is the place to get the resources that you need for your business. Again, April 24 to May 1st, totally free. rgbstartupweek.com takes you directly to the registration page. And thank you for consuming locally. I can see some people here that were panelists on the last edition. I can see some people here that were attendees and workshop facilitators. So thank you for being there for us. And this is what eBridge is all about. It's about getting through all of the steps and then giving back to the community. It's being generous. That's what we try to teach here. So thank you so much. And I hope that's, yes?
Do we have a keynote speaker?
We can't announce it yet. We'll have it. Actually, I'm relying on you, TRGV, to tell us. We have a meeting today at noon with the possible keynote speaker. I just can say that this person is a doctor and is from Mexico and it's similar to something. So if you got the clue, hopefully you got the clue. Okay? So yes, any other questions? You good? Excellent.
Thank you so much. Guys, make your predictions, post it on Instagram. If you get the right answer on your stories, you get the prize to be right, which for me that's the best prize. I love being right, and yeah, perfect. I do want to say, guys, and I do want to kind of just add to what Nelson said. The one thing that I really like about this year, and not that we haven't in previous year, but this year specifically, every single speaker was interviewed. Every single speaker was left with the homework of saying you need to have a takeaway. Everything, every session, everything that we're going to do throughout this week has a purpose. So there's going to be a tool, there's going to be a presentation, there's going to be something for you can reference back from those presentations you attend. So it's a purposeful week for everyone that wants to or is thinking about having a business or already in the process of having a business. So yes. With that being said, if you haven't joined our WhatsApp group, please do so you can get all the latest updates and tamales from UTRGV. Yeah, so anyway, guys, like every single Wednesday, thank you so much for being here today. I dare you to make a friend today. If you do make a friend, again, you get the prize of being right. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you next Wednesday.